I really think, Pinky Anand, you're going around in circles tonight. Sanjay.
The fear.
I want to ask, Pinky, I want to ask you a question. This is Sanjay here, in case you don't know who is talking to you. There is a clear, sinister, organized pattern
You're
emerging.
always very distinctive, Sanjay.
And Pinky, I can tell you it's about what has happened to the
now
person.
Now don't start your philosophy of organized pattern.
Pinky, can I speak without an interruption, please? If you don't mind.
Not if you give a thesis.
Well, I can tell you the people of Newshour can see the intimidation even now happening in a TV studio. So let me finish. Let me finish. I want to ask you just one simple question.
Ask a question.
Well, let me tell you, there is a gentleman by the name of U.R. Anantamurthy, who is a very well-known, respected writer of Kannada literature. He was threatened, and he's been given a single-way ticket to Pakistan by a group calling themselves the Namo Brigade. Now, I don't have to tell you that the Namo Brigade is an abbreviation for the current Prime Minister of India. Do you believe that the BJP does not need to condemn that the Prime Minister does not need to make a statement? That you can actually use cultural policing to harass a respected old writer and not make a statement, although the name Namo Brigade is prominent? You ignore that?
What is the question?
No, 1 minute. I'm giving you a second example. There's a Facebooker in Goa who made a statement, who's undergoing a custodial interrogation threat because he mentioned something about Mr. Modi coming into government, and he made certain statements. Now, no matter how objectionable they may be, your party that was making such a big hullabaloo about freedom of expression is so conspicuous by its silence. No, I want to tell you, Pinky, 1 minute. I think the people of India, I believe, have voted for the BJP on certain economic and other issues. But if you are taking this to be a mandate for Hindutva, you may be making a huge and a colossal blunder. No, I don't know. You just kept interrupting while I spoke. But I can tell you, this is not a mandate for Hindutva.
Dear Sanjay ji,
you have not been given a mandate for Hindutva in this country. I don't think the people of India, young and old, have voted you for that.
I don't know.
Instead of trying to spear up this vicious campaign that you are trying to
I'll tell you who's vicious.
Condemn the brutal incident that's happened in Pune today.
Organized campaign.
1 minute, Pinky, you haven't even condemned the brutal incident by which a life, just like a Nirbhaya, just like a soldier on the borders of Pakistan.
Absolutely.
How is this life different
from
Nirbhaya?
What has happened is very unfortunate.
I'm asking you a question as a citizen of India, not as a Congress spokesperson. How is the gentleman's life different from Nirbhaya? How is the gentleman's life different from a soldier who gets killed on the borders of India and Pakistan? Just give me that answer. And why is the BJP not feeling a sense of revulsion over what's happening?
Your rhetoric is over, may I?
No, thanks for interrupting me all the way through, but I won't interrupt you.
I said it thrice over that it is very unfortunate what has happened. So I don't know what more you want me to say.
I want to ask you, Miss Pinky Anand, I want to ask you whether in your view, a person called Dhananjay Desai, what is he? He's something in this Hindu Rashtra Sena. What is he? Chief of this so-called Hindu Rashtra Sena. This fellow, Dhananjay Desai, he says all kinds of things. I want to know why he should not be now, really taken in, questioned. His role is antecedents, that of all of his groups, what they have said or not said, and a really detailed investigation. Maybe at the central level, maybe the central government should actually inquire into the activities of this Hindu Rashtra Sena, because they make the kind of comments that are intolerable in this country. He says on May 13th, he says, if fanatic Muslims are to be curbed, it cannot be done by following the non-violence policy adopted by Nehru and Gandhi. Right? And then he goes on to say, and also the Sanatan Sanstha, with respect to, to Mr. Sanjeev Punalekar out here, the Sanatan Sanstha, it says, after Narendra Dabholkar, the rationalist, was killed in Pune, it says, instead of dying bedridden through illness or some surgery, such a death for Dabholkar is a blessing of the Almighty. 1 minute.
Precisely, we have objected.
What if you objected? That's what this was. I believe today that it is. I believe today it will be a medieval. I believe today that these are. No, one minute. No. Why are you getting upset, Pinky Anand? I believe that these are the kind of people.
Are you expounding only certain
I am saying what I am saying, Pinky Anand. I am saying today that these are the venomous comments of venomous people, and these people should be brought to book. This is our country. It does not belong to these fundamentalists.
These are double standards.
What double standards? I'm asking you about this.
I'm asking you one question. I'm asking you one question. When on the Facebook something is posted about a person on the Balasaheb Thackeray's death, and High Court protects that girl, and then after Davolkar says, Saratas cannot put it. I mean, you are trying to say that.
Was this said or not? Did your leader say this or not? Did your leader say this or not? You stand by that.
Yes,
you stand by that kind of comment. So then I want to know, this is the lynchburg mindset.
High Court has stood by the girl and
Mr. Patwardhan, this is it. And tonight I would like to say to you on your face right here on the program, I would like to say to you that the fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party, India's ruling party, does not take you head on, and that the central government does not, and that the state government and the central government and the ruling party and all political parties don't take you head on is the reason why these kind of comments continue to be made and why groups like yours proliferate. That is all that I'm saying here today. Anand Patwardhan. One minute. Anand Patwardhan, please. You've heard this kind of response.
Yeah,
I'm sure you heard them before.
Yes.
Let him talk about the Facebook also.
Let him speak for himself, please, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the reason that we campaign very hard to ensure that Narendra Modi and his government, his party does not come to power. We failed, but the reason we were fighting was because we believed in a secular democracy, which we were afraid that once they come to power, this will be endangered.
No, are you politicizing this? Why aren't you questioning the Congress NCP government as well? I said all political parties. I said all political parties.
I am not a friend of the Congress. You know that. You know that I have not been a supporter of the Congress. But the point is not that. The point is,
you decided what the situation is.
The point I'm making is that we feared that
the point is you tried
this kind of a government would allow
the normal way, the other
but the government is the state government. Are you being kind on the Congress NCP government? Law and order is a state subject.
That's right.
So while I am saying all political parties including the BJP, you are saying Narendra Modi.
No, I'm not.
Why aren't you saying Prithviraj Chavan?
No, I'm not saying only Narendra Modi.
Why aren't you saying Prithviraj Chavan?
I'm not saying.
Why aren't you saying Sharad Pawar?
Let me come.
The state government has actually made a very prompt and decisive action,
using the death of a Muslim man,
and has not allowed the situation to escalate. I think the Maharashtra government has performed really well here. I think the bigger issue.
Don't say that.
I tell you. No, 1 minute.
Don't register an FIR. I will give you one word.
I can give you only one example here, and that is the tragedy of today, is that the Bharatiya Janata Party, which recognizes that these are all lunatic elements, fringe elements, whatever they may be, but they are all extreme right-wing thuggery that you're seeing on display. Its silence is actually in a great number of ways an endorsement, and that is something that the Bharatiya Janata Party will have to categorically take a stance on.
I want to ask Megha Kumar.
You can't be taking a sanctimonious position in a television studio while you silently allow violence to happen on grounds of pure religious hate.
One line request.
And I think let Pinky answer that question.
My request to Sanjay Jha is to make an appeal through the television channel. My request to Sanjay Jha is to make an appeal through television channel to the Prithviraj Chavan to start the trial of the Azad Maidan riots 2 years back.
Don't do this.
Please let him do that.
That has nothing to do with what
That is with intolerance.
That has nothing to do with what has happened in Pune, and I'm taking
that was the basis because the people were angry.
What do you mean that was the basis?
100% because people are encouraged by the Congress behavior.
This is like
that the people who are killing are going scot-free.
Tell me which government in the world can anticipate at a given moment of time 7 people will get together and lynch somebody to death?
They would have known it on Saturday.
I'm sorry,
then
no government in the world can anticipate.
You do not know the history of Maharashtra.
Kind of
Sunday they should have known it. Sunday they should have known it.
Malevolent.
If Prithviraj Chavan doesn't know the history of Maharashtra, you have no right to remain in power. If Shivaji
you can't kill an innocent person and say where was the government when the violence happened?
Where was it on Sunday, Monday?
I would like to remind
Stop making an absurd allegation.
1 minute, just a minute.
There was no government for 2 days.
Divert from the issue.
I would like to remind the BJP tonight that the BJP had backed this man called Dinanath Batra, who is the self-styled unofficial censor of India. And he is a man who has said all kinds of things. But I also would like to remind the BJP tonight, Pinky Anand, and don't take it otherwise, that you were very outraged, you as in your party, when this man called Asim Trivedi was arrested. He was this cartoonist, and you compared it to the emergency, right? You were very outraged when Narendra Modi's interview was edited on Doordarshan. All I'm saying tonight, why don't you have the same standards to members of the Sangh Parivar who are using legal means to carry out what I think is illegal intimidation of publishers. Food for thought. I'm coming back on the other side. Megha Kumar, before I go into a break, simple point to you. Tell me broadly, why do you think your book is being held back? Why?
Really, Arnab, this is a question that I'm afraid only the publisher can answer, because I have not received any communication from them. I have asked them to clarify what it is that they intend to review, considering that the book was subjected to a very rigorous academic review over the last 2 years. As far as I'm concerned, there is nothing objectionable about the book. It's a historical piece of work. It's been done with the best empirical methodology that universities can teach. So this is a question that only, I'm afraid, the publisher can answer.
Well, I think now that now that we have a very strong and stable government, we'd like the government of India to take a point of view on this, so that the problem is nipped in the bud. I'm going to come back on the other side. This debate continues. We have more questions for the BJP and the Sanatan Sanstha tonight.